Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima. I haven't played this yet. I'm just about to for the first time. Let's do it. The audio levels might be a bit off for the first few seconds while I adjust them, because, again, I haven't actually tested this, but... Good lord, Tony looks old in that. I guess they're using the updated, some updated models. Yeah, that is really loud. That does not need to be as loud as it is. Alright, let's turn that down a bit. Also kind of off balance, apparently. More audio coming in on the right than the left. Ooh. Whoop. My finger brushed the right trigger, and that was enough to skip the intro. Alright, that's fine. Well, the menu is very reminiscent of the old Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 menu. Delete where appropriate. Oh, for fuck's sake. My god, do they want to stick a robot up my ass? Control me? Alright, let's see. Black point settings. That's really fucking bizarre. Why does that have to flash? I don't know. Alright, we'll work with that. Oh my god. That works, I suppose. Oh. So no career mode this time, huh? Do I only have access to Tony? Oh, I have access to Tony in 3 different outfits. Would have been neat to have, oh, there's some music playing. I can't hear it. This is gonna be a real problem. Oh well, I'm just here to talk about the physics and the way it works this time, because, man, that's the one thing I'm worried about, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. I can mute the music. I can do something else. No Creator Skater? That's disappointing. Yeah, we can only play as Tony. Alright, what about the options? What we got? They've only included like 4, maybe 5 tracks in the demo. Yeah, there we go. But I'll take having Goldfinger and Rage Against the Machine here. Always use English voices. That's an interesting option. I wonder what that's about. Yep. Oh, you can turn off all the heads-up display stuff. That's kind of nice. Display options, LDR calibration. I believe we already did that when we started. Ooh. That's kind of nice. We're going to have to try that. Okay, I don't think we can do anything else. So let's just hop into single session. I'm assuming it's just going to put us straight into the warehouse. Indeed we are. Smash. And away we go. Alright, well, we're instantly doing better. We're instantly doing better than the absolutely terrible... Oh, they've added perfect landings? I was never a fan of perfect landings. What? Okay, that's bullshit. Alright. Okay, so first thing I want to point out is that just from the very beginning, everything feels mostly... What the fuck was that? Just a weird static effect instead of having like a cool-ass ragdoll. That's really disappointing. The ragdolls were some of the best parts of the original. But yeah, first thing is that it feels damn close. Like, it's been a little while since I played the original Tony Hawk, but I played the game so often that I could imagine doing runs in my head. So I will notice that, like, the landings are a little bit rough. Like, when you're coming down. When you're coming down like that, you'll notice how it's a little bit of a weird stammer. It doesn't make smooth contact with the surface. It's just that little bit of a stopgap. Right? Alright. Oh god, we can do flatland tricks. That's not great. At least we can do double heel flips and stuff like that. Let's see, nose manuals. So it's looking like basically the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 moveset? Can we do drop-ins? No, we can't do drop-ins. We can do flat-outs. I know we can do spine transfers, but there's nowhere in the warehouse that we can use to test spine transfers. At least I don't think that this is going to be the, So there's experience and there's money. Let's go again. Let's go again. So there's going to be experience and money, and it's not going to work the same way. Is it just me, or does warp landing not work the same way? It was supposed to work like pressing triangle on the wall, wasn't it? Not X? Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. There's the acid drop, but I fucked it up somehow. That's impressive. Yeah, there's the acid drop. That's what I was trying to do. But yeah, we can't test spine transfers. Wasn't there a way to do a dark slide in the, Yeah, we can do grinds as well. See, it's definitely looking more like the Tony Hawk 4. Okay, yeah, double impossibles. Alright, what about plans? Yeah, plans with plan transitions, alright. This is absolutely like Tony Hawk 4's set of moves. We can change the camera, but I don't know why you would. Yeah, that's the skip track button. Let's see, we can do nollie. That's nice, I suppose. The problem with the manual flatland tricks is that you can just stand here forever and do this to get your multiplier up as fast as humanly possible. And that was one of the things I didn't like about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, despite that being one of my favorite games, is that you could just do flatland tricks forever and do absolutely ridiculous ones, especially if you get like your manual balance up to like +10. Because if you get it up to +10, you can just sit there and do flatland tricks forever and just build up ridiculous scores. I really do hope they fix that up a little bit. And the fact that you can land the 900 so easily is so disappointing. Like in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. In Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, you couldn't land the 900 unless the animation played itself out completely. And the fact that that's a problem right now sucks. If I'm... Yeah, see, look, there's my best combo right there, and that's with Tony, who starts out with really bad balance by default. I'm curious, though. Oh, hang on. View. Let's try with far. I'm always a fan of far. And there's gaps here. So it's just... They just give you the list of gaps. They don't let you discover them. I'm a little bit disappointed with that. Let's try classic Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 tricks. Let's see what they do here. I'm assuming you'll be able to manual. Yep, no flatland tricks. Alright. Let me guess. No double heel flips? Nope. Yep. So yeah, no flat lands. I'm assuming there's going to be nothing in the way of plans either. This new camera is fucking weird though. Yep, nothing like that. No acid drops? No acid drops. If I try to do the 900 here, yeah, I still land it. That's disappointing. I know that I would spend so much time trying to pull off 900s. Yeah, no reverts. Just instant stand switches when you hit the ground, which is... Is that how it worked? I don't remember if that's how it worked, but, I mean, it makes sense either way that it would work that way. But, yeah, this does look mostly to the part, but again, why the hell am I able to land the 900 so easily? That makes no sense. What else can I test? Still get perfect landings even if you're on the classic THPS2. Was that... No, that was a thing in 2, wasn't it? Yeah, you get sloppy and perfects. They just wouldn't show up over to the side like that. But, yeah, that still doesn't feel right. Might have been the fact that there's no ragdolls. But... the gravity does feel perfect. I got nothing wrong with the way the gravity works. I got nothing wrong with the way the tricks seem to be working. Yeah, that should have been a fail. Like, watch. No, hang on. Yeah, okay. Maybe they just opened up the timing window a little bit. Yeah, that ain't right either. You're not supposed to come to a stop immediately. You're supposed to, like, You're supposed to... Christ, what am I trying to say? You're supposed to just, like, come to a stop. You're not supposed to just stop immediately as soon as you hit the ground. Can I change these? Oh, I can. Huh. You can actually add the Weddle flip. I'm really annoyed they didn't call that the Def flip, because if you played both games at the same time and did the same grab at the same time, you could call it a Def mute. But... I guess some people are still annoyed about that. So, I guess... Well, there is a heel flip dark slide, but... There's no just, like, regular dark slide. Because I remember the regular dark slide being a thing. That's interesting. No stat points available, though. It's kind of neat how you can rotate the board like that. What else is there? Yeah, look, manual balance 4. That's not really a good sign, because I was having no trouble keeping those flatland tricks up at 4. At 10, it's probably going to be the same sort of problems. They said that I had to do something to unlock the extra costumes. Is that something that you can do, like, in this demo? Or is that something that... Original competition challenge and go for the gold challenge. Yeah, I'm guessing that's just locked. Yeah. I'm guessing there are other challenges to unlock the other board types as well. And the challenges would be what the skate tours would be about. Although, they did say pro skaters before, right? Like, if I hit triangle here, yeah, pro skaters. So there still might be, yeah, challenges completed 0 out of 0, so you can't get them. But, does that mean they are going to be introducing Creator Skater? I haven't honestly been paying too much attention to the news about it. But, I mean, it's not here, so why would I assume that? Let's go hop in for another session. I should probably, put the tricks down to just THPS 1 mode. That was never my favourite game in the series, but I should probably try it out anyway. I assume I can't do it from here. I can! Okay. Okay, yeah, that just changes immediately. Manuals don't work. That's an interesting start. If I remember correctly, you were able to plant. Yeah. That's weird. You shouldn't be able to do tricks straight off the plants, though. I don't think you were able to do that originally. So I'm guessing this isn't really like any particular change in the way the game is played, because the thing about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 and all the other ones after it is that they all had pretty different physics. Like, they weren't massively different. I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly what was different about them, like, just from off the top of my head. But they are absolutely different, and just changing the moves without changing the physics to make up for that is going to create a bit of an unusual thing. Because yeah, wall riding in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, just as an example, that's a really good example to bring up actually. It was a lot harder to do in 1 than it was in like any other game afterwards. So yeah, that brings up some questions. But then, of course, you can bring up the fact that they're bringing in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 levels into, they're bringing Pro Skater 1 and Pro Skater 2 levels into Pro Skater 4, at the very least, movesets. So, that's going to screw up, like, every, like, individual line. So, I'm assuming that's why they're not bringing back the original classic modes, is because they, well, they can't, because they'd just be too simple. Yeah, so you're supposed to come to a stop slowly. I don't know why they just immediately stop you there. You'd think they'd bring that over from the original, you think they'd bring that over from the original games if they're using all the original code? Because this does feel pretty goddamn close. Let's try the low camera. I'm assuming this is going to be very similar to the camera that's in Skate. Close, it's too far back. Yeah, and your special still goes up a bit too fast on this expanded trick set. Like, if a combo like that is enough to get me full special, then there's nothing stopping me from just going for specials all the time. Outside of, like, the obvious point decay. The point decay does seem to still be in, but I would definitely not argue against how the hell could you play the game like in this camera? It's fucking annoying. I appreciate the option, but man, this is not going to end well. Alright, because you don't come down from plants the same way that you do in Tony Hawk 2, so it gives you room to do tricks, and that's why you can immediately do a melon and then bail.
Whoa!
Let's change to that other camera. Near. Okay, this is more like Skate, but it's still, like, too close to the middle to be Skate. And considering how much, like, environmental awareness you lose with this camera, I mean, it's not going to be a problem for people who've played these games hundreds of times, but for new people, this camera's going to be fucking worthless. My guess is that they tried to do something like this in the original Pro Skate games, and were just... You know, I should probably also point out that, mashing buttons to get back up from a bail doesn't work anymore, which is not great, because that was fun to do, especially if you're really pissed off that you just lost a long combo. It just doesn't work the same way. They're all pre-made animations now, by the looks of it anyway. Like, even just being able to, like, hammer away at the buttons to make, like, a different animation happen with, like, a different thing on it would be way better. I mean, am I wrong? See, that's disappointing, because if you're right at the edge of the... If you're right at the edge of the manual... not the manual, the RAM, you could still get a little bit of air and get that into another combo. That's frustrating. Back to the default. But look, I will at least say that while the physics aren't perfect, they are very goddamn close. Like, they did say that they were using the original handling code for this, and, like, after having played this, I believe them. Because this is really damn close. I really do wish they could do something about how the camera just judders like that. That doesn't feel right. I don't know, maybe that did happen in the original game and I didn't notice it, but at the same time, if it happened in the original game and I noticed it, and they've made it so much more noticeable here, then that's a problem either way. And by the original game, I mean Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, of course, not 1. But yeah, this just kind of breaks this level and all of the lines you can do on it because of all the extra tricks that you've got available to you. But at the same time, that was what was always going to happen, wasn't it? You were going to piss off the people who liked Tony Hawk 3 and 4's enhanced set of moves, because a lot of people will say Tony Hawk 3 was the best game they ever made because of how they extended the moveset without going too far with it, a la, like, the manual flatland tricks and the shit that's going on here. I think I went up that ramp just a little bit too easily for being on a pogo. But then again, I haven't played Tony Hawk 4 for a fair bit longer than I've played Tony Hawk 2, because Tony Hawk 2 is just easy to get a hang of these days. And, you know, when you just want to do some skating, you might as well do it in the easier to grasp one. But man, I remember being able to get like, like 2 million point combos without even trying in Tony Hawk 4. It's been a long time since I managed to pull that off, but you know, I guess that's just the way it works. Yeah, so that doesn't feel right. The way you just, like, come to a stop when you're on the pogo, like, just... Like, if I just go to a pogo here, that slowdown is not natural. You would be hopping to a stop. You would not be sliding to a stop while you're hopping. That just doesn't feel right. I'm pretty sure that's not how it works in Tony Hawk 4 either, but this is me we're talking about. I'm probably wrong. But man, How often do they give you a demo of, like, a game like this? Like, it's not even like a beta or what have you, it's a demo. Just to let you skate around and get used to it. It's a bit weird they only let you have Tony, but at the same time, I'd be surprised if they didn't pick Tony. I'm just saying, right? Like, it would have been nice to skate around as, like, Bob Burnquist or, like, anyone, like, was it Alyssa in the original Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 that had, like, the really good starting out grinding and manual balance stats? Considering how much of an emphasis they're going to put on things like flatland tricks and different kinds of grabs and all that, it would have been nice to be able to practice with someone who has better grind and who has better balance stats on the off, but yeah. Also, I kind of question the choice of this level because, I mean, you've got access to acid drops and spine transfers, but, like, there is nowhere in this level that you can do a spine transfer. So, you know, like, what do you even say about that? But overall, just general impressions on the demo. We'll go for one more. I'm surprised they, you know, it's Activision. I wouldn't have been surprised if they'd, like, kicked you out of the demo as soon as you did one section and then made you reload the entire fucking game, but, oh well. Oh, L1 and R1 work as spin buttons still. That's nice. But after playing this demo, there are minor mistakes that they've made, but I'm still confident that 1 and 2 is probably going to be a good product. Because it's clearly, like, it's clearly got the spirit in mind, the physics, the controls. They're like 99% accurate. I'm just a little bit worried about how these new changes are going to affect the game's career mode. And also, I'm really surprised that if they were willing to go as far as give you, like, all of the moves from at least Tony Hawk 4. I don't think they've given you anything from Underground and Underground 2, but Underground and Underground 2, they basically just added, like, on-foot shit. And, like, none of those, like, controls work. So, I'm gonna say that it's the Tony Hawk 4 set, just based purely off memory, but considering that they gave you the Tony Hawk 4 set, and they haven't given you, like, any of the Tony Hawk 3 or 4 levels, like, I know some people would really like to see, like, the Foundry and the Tony Hawk, was it 3's, cruise ship? I know some people would like to see some of those levels remastered. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not that big of a fan of Tony Hawk 3, but it had some pretty fucking good levels. So yeah, I'm surprised those didn't make it into this somehow, but then again, they're probably just going to do what they did with the other HD version that sucked so many anuses. And they're just going to add, like, the Tony Hawk 3 and 4 levels as, like, DLC later. But, yeah. Look, overall, first impressions are very positive. I did nitpick, but this is Tony Hawk. I have spent more hours playing Tony Hawk than I have any other sports game. I believe I have the right to nitpick. And these nitpicks are minor and don't massively affect the flow of the game, but, you know, considering that the actual handling and gravity and overall physics and controls are almost spot on, I'm willing to give them a little bit of a benefit of the doubt, and I'm looking forward to playing the full version in 3 weeks. We'll see how they do. And the fact that they managed to get most of the original soundtrack back in, considering that they only had to lose like 5 or 6 tracks off the original 2 soundtracks, I'm willing to give them a little bit of a break on that. Although, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if like a 3 and 4 DLC pack comes along sooner rather than later, but we'll see. For now, I'm going to shut up. This has been Blue Maxima, and I will see you all next time.